Hello everybody, welcome back to Bio on the Road. It's Thursday again, so you know what that means. Once again, off to the market. As far as the weather goes, it's actually cool outside, which is great. Still wearing nothing but a t-shirt. Because I can stand the cold much better than I can stand the warmth. And probably because it's gonna get warmer during the day anyway, so yeah. Anyway, so yeah, last episode was the delivery of the bike. I got it in, as you could see. Pretty nifty thing. Heavy as hell, though. I mean, what'd you expect? There's like half an engine on there, combined with a battery pack, and you got yourself a pretty heavy bike. Okay, well, I didn't forget about the lottery either this time, and I'm going to prove it to you by going there first, which is something I usually do, so it's nothing specific, special, or otherwise unique. We'll have to do some weird turns, probably. That's cool. Anyway, it's kind of a surprise that I do not have traffic here. Well, not a lot of traffic. I mean, there's some here, as you can see, but usually it's a bit of a jam here as well. It is 9:20. Looking at the clock, 9:25 on the camera to be exact. But yeah, there's practically no traffic, even on the left, which is a place where I usually do end up getting that. I mean, come on, it's still ready. There's no need to start. Yes, push him in. Dude, I don't know if you can see the situation on my left, but come on, man. There's no need to do stuff like that. Makes no sense whatsoever, and makes you look like a jerk. That is all. Man. Turns out getting the bike out was just as difficult as getting it in, because during transport it sort of wedged itself in between the two seats, like the front and the back seat. So that was great. I couldn't pull it back because it was wedged, and I couldn't pull it up because I didn't have the space for it. In the end, I had to bring in a friend to help me out a little bit, so we could liberate the steering wheel, then pull it back and get it out that way. Anyway, this is where I go deliver the lottery. So I'll be seeing you in a short bit. And that was the lottery done. Nice. Told you I wouldn't forget. No. I actually never did tell you I wouldn't forget. I just said I didn't forget it, so. Anyway, there's more traffic to be expected in the evening rush today. Why? Because, well, straight ahead from me, you've seen me drive there before. There's a thing that's going to happen. A worldly event. Not really. No, but there's an event going on. I don't know, I think you call it cycling. Yeah, I think you do. And if I were to literally translate it from Dutch, it would be wheel running. Everyone now talks Dutch. Will probably be grinning a bit, but yeah. A lot of people on bikes doing circles, and they do that through the major road that goes through there. It's already crud through that. Man! It's already crappy traffic right now because of the work being done to the highway. Now they think it will be, why not bug them even more by doing a thing like that? That's okay, I'm not mad. You're allowed to do that. yeah. Another issue there is there's... what's the name? Like, sneaky roads, so to say. Like, roads you shouldn't be driving. And if you are driving there, it's because you're trying to dodge traffic. You can't take those anymore because there's a bridge that's being repaired. So every car has to pass through that road. Now they're gonna jam it shut for a cycling event. It's a good thing I don't have to be there, because that would be annoying as fudge. I have no particular ill will against fudge, though. Except that it sticks a bit too much. But it's a great way to avoid saying the word fuck. Right? Anyway, next stop is the market itself. Once again, no, I'm actually off to get spare ribs this time. Because, you know, changing food is good. There's a saying for that, but I don't know if it translates very well, so I'm not going to. It would be weird. You got a lot of weird words that translate to weird things. Like potato. If I translate that literally, it would be earth apple. Ground apple. There's that little tidbit of information for you. Cauliflower would be changed to flower cabbage. Really, not a car behind me, yet you insist on pulling in ahead of me. I know you're a van and you think you can do everything, but jeez. You're not really making a name for yourself, white van man. Or woman, I don't know. There is a fish on it though, so maybe you're heading off to the market as well, though it is 9:30ish. So you're probably a bit too late for that. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see if I can find a parking that'll probably help out a bit. To relieve the stress of being cut off by a van. I don't have a lot of stress from being cut off by a van. But then again, finding a parking lot wouldn't really relieve too much of it either, so. Now, if this van wasn't here, I could tell you exactly what the problem was. There is a van here, so I can't. I'm guessing a truck wants to go left from here. There you get a good look at the back of this thing. I don't see a truck anywhere, so I'm kind of wondering what is going on. That was weird. Sudden stop for no apparent reason. Yeah, well, weird things happening. There's a truck, but don't care. It's almost ready to be. It's another thing that had just occurred to me is every time I do one of these episodes, nothing interesting is happening on the road, except for at one time. Well, a few times already. Last episode was the dude just sitting in, dude's car just sitting in the middle of the road with no one in it. Other than that, usually you see some idiots doing weird stuff. Now it's just, wait, he's filming. He's gonna put us on the internet. We have to act casual. Which sucks. it can be done, I guess. Out of my way. The sand. Let's see, too many parking spots. The car might. There's probably a better spot a bit further ahead. Yeah, I can make it back in 15 to 30. Because then I can park for free! Indeed. Yeah, I think I got a spot right here. If I'm not 100% idiotic. This is no longer a parking spot, oddly enough. Alright. I'll park here then. If someone would let me. Okay. Hey, it's those again. Dude, am I gonna run into my neighbors every single time? That's gonna be awkward as hell. Awkward as hell, but that's just the way it is, right? There we go. Hey, I'm closer as ever. Oh, there's a spot. Aww. Oh well. The spare ribs have been obtained. That was the quickest visit to the market I have ever done. This is brilliant. One, because I was parked closer than I usually am, which is somewhere on this road. Second of all, there wasn't any queue. You can't cross there, that is not... Yep, there you go. Crap, now I lost the train of thoughts. Thanks, you pedestrian, for trying to cross where you're not allowed to, damn it. Yeah. I was parked pretty close, and there was no one queuing up for the stall, I suppose you call it, that I needed to be at. Excellent. Wonderful. Next stop is one you already know and love. Well, the thing you're gonna love is storage. Look at that, dude. What are you doing? You want to get run over? Is that it? Because I can make it happen. It would mean nothing to me to run you over other than some scratches on my car. I mean, I got a douche cam. I can tell, hey, he cut me off, the bastard. And they would go like, no, I didn't. And then, bam, here's the screen to prove it. Man, I'm still... That would be so great, right? Like a dude cuts you off, calls the cops himself to, I don't know, frame the insurance or something. He then says, he was at fault, he drove into me, blah, blah, blah. And like, and you go like, so what's your defense? A camera. Man, the look on that dude's face at a point like that must be priceless. Priceless. Nah. Still hoping it never happened, because that would mean I am part of an accident. I would rather avoid that. But, in case it does happen, I'll have it on camera. And seeing how it will probably not be my fault, because I am a responsible young driver. Just went out and got lettuce and bread. And that is all. That's all I needed. I do not buy things that I don't immediately need. Which occasionally becomes annoying, granted. But I suddenly do need something and then I don't have it. Why am I going right? Why am I going left? Oh, it's starting. Force a habit. Every time I film and I go from here, I go left to lengthen the video a bit. Now it's not necessary and I'm still going left. Still turn right, but fudge it. See, that's another thing, autopiloting in traffic. Don't tell me I'm the only one that does it, right? Like, you're driving for quite a while already, and then suddenly you go like, how the hell did I get here without any accident? Because you have no idea how you were driving. It's just autopilot. Like, you cross a thing, which I already forgot the name of, an intersection, and you have no idea whether or not the lights were green or not. And now the weird thing is, they usually are green when you pull that stunt. Why? Because you're, I don't know if you could call it subconscious or not, will still notice that the lights are green and red and act accordingly. Which means that if you run through a red light, it's either because you wanted to go through a red light or you just didn't see it. Both of those are equally terrifying. Trust me. I've been driving along with someone just like that, and passed through a red light. You didn't know the light was red, right? What light? Like, really? You didn't see it at all? Like, you're supposed to give right of way, and you should have stopped for that car, right? What car? Like, what? You could have killed us 4 times on this one bit of road alone. Why do I insist on driving with you? Or more aptly, how the hell did you ever get your license to drive? Did you get lucky or something? Got it with a pack of butter? I don't know. It used to be a thing, right? I don't know if it's everywhere again. I can only speak for my own country. But in the 1920s or something, I guess, or 1930s, 40s, I don't know. You could just go to your town hall and say, I want a license. And they were like, sure, here's one. The good old days, right? Where everyone who wanted could get a license and was free to drive on the road. They say there's plenty of seniors on the road driving their car without even knowing it. They might be right. I've seen senior citizens do some weird stuff. But don't get me wrong, I'm not saying every senior citizen is a bad driver. Just a slightly bigger percentage of them, I guess. I mean, I've seen old people drive going like, damn. Like, a parking spot to parallel park with barely enough room for the car itself to fit in, and he planned it spot on. I was like, damn. Good driving. I probably wouldn't have been able to do that. Great, so now I've got a Porsche behind me. Can't see what it is, but it's an SUV. So the power limit is down quite a bit. And we're going to turn on a road where I can only drive 70, which means he's going to be tailgating me. So that one's already going through the red light. Yeah, no, it's... And now he doesn't see that light's actually green, and, you know. Man. Why are all these people in such a rush? That's the thing that's gonna end up killing you. So, yeah, there it is. Alright, he's in my butt. Feel free to pass me, but you probably won't do that, will you? Of course you won't. Tailgating, sure. Overtaking, no. I mean, what do you want at a time like that? What's the point in tailgating someone? If you want to drive faster, go ahead. Go by me, and feel free to do whatever you want. Sticking in my ass is not gonna make me drive faster. On the contrary, I've done multiple times where I actually slowed down. just to spite them some more, which is always great. Then they pass me and I start tailgating them. Did that once. And that was cool. Dude gave me the middle finger when he passed me by. I was like, I can't leave that the way it was. And I started tailgating him. It was a pretty small car, actually. I can't remember the make or model anymore. So yeah. That was great. Good times. Good times. I hope I might get one of those on camera one of these days. I mean, there's already one here where I forced someone to go straight ahead rather than be able to turn off. I did that a lot of times on the highway. There was a lot of traffic there during rush hour on the off-ramp. People kept driving on the highway and then, still get on the off-ramp on a place where they shouldn't, where they can see a little spot, just forcing themselves in between. I've sent many people straight ahead, and it was quite the distance to the next off-ramp. I was like, yep, that'll teach you. The problem is it probably didn't. I don't know why, but I think people just don't learn their lesson in traffic anymore. It's like, this is how I drive, deal with it, I'm never going to change. Fuck you for not letting me do what I want, you're an asshole. Man, look at this. Such a nice house, and now almost nothing remains of it. Well, anyway, you've become familiar with this little street as well, because this is where I tend to end my episodes, and this is where I'm going to end this one as well. So thank you for watching, hoping you're still enjoying the series. Feel free to show support by commenting, liking, and or subbing if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys on the next Bye on the Road. Bye everyone.